right, students, Mr. Tim here, ready to start our next piece of black belt training curriculum, going over our beginner movements with our bow staff. First, let's talk about two positions. Let's talk first about our rest position, like I'm standing in right now. Now, to get to the rest position, I first like to think about holding the bow staff like a walking stick. And I have my hand just a little bit up above the middle of the bow staff. I'm going to take what's at the top right now. I'm going to point that down towards the floor just by taking my thumb and turning it down. And I'm going to put the points of that bow staff right next to my feet. Set it next to my feet, then I'm going to go ahead and pull this side of the bow staff up against the back of my shoulder. Once I'm here, then I should be able to just stand straight and relax. The bow staff at the bottom hanging just a little bit now above the ground in a relaxed place, making sure that I'm keeping it pressed against the back of my shoulder here. That way I keep control of my bow staff and all that too. This is our rest position. The next position let's talk about is going to be our ready position. Now, I'm going to take the bow staff, I'm going to bring it out, I'm going to turn, and I'm going to hold it in the front of me. Now, my right hand is my dominant hand. I have that hand palm up. I'm going to take my other hand and I'm just going to grab palm down here. Now, I want to think about splitting the bow staff into thirds as I grab this. Imagine if I took it and I cut it into 3 equal length pieces. Those are the lines that I want to place my hands. Again, my dominant hand, I have palm up. My non-dominant hand, I have palm down. This is going to be my ready position. One more time, I have taking the top of the bow staff, holding it like a walking stick, pointing it down towards the floor. This is my rest position. Turning my hand, bringing it out. My dominant hand is palm up and my non-dominant hand palm down. Cutting the bow staff into thirds. This is my ready position. All right, students, let's go over our basic horizontal attacks from our ready position. Now, from my ready position, my first attack is going to be my right side horizontal attack. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this hand and I'm going to punch that hand out straight. And at the same time I punch that hand out, I'm going to take my non-dominant hand and I'm going to pull this one back towards my ribs. Now, notice how I'm going to lift my elbow on that side and I'm going to go ahead and pull that side of the bow staff so that it reinforces against my ribs on that side. Notice when I make this pull, I rotate my body just a little bit so that I can get the striking end of the bow staff to come across my target. I don't want to over-rotate though and start pulling it out and down. I want to keep it as perfectly horizontal as I can as I push and pull for that initial horizontal attack. Now, the next one is going to be the same thing on the opposite side. This time, I'll take this hand and I'll punch it out. Now, when this hand punches out, I'm going to take this hand and I'm going to pull it back. But because it is palm up, it doesn't make sense for me to tuck it all the way to my ribs. All I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck my elbow down to my ribs and I'm going to let the bow staff rest just on the side of my arm here. All right, again, from here, I'm pulling my dominant hand as I'm pushing my non-dominant hand to make that non-dominant side horizontal attack. Right, if I put these together in combination, I should be able to snap 1, 2. Right, notice how I'm getting each end of the bow staff to come to the middle, right, maybe a little bit across the middle, but not too far. Just to the middle and across the middle here, just like this, our horizontal attacks. All right, students, return to your rest position. Great job practicing this today. Again, as you practice, especially with your bow staff, make sure you have your parents' permission. Make sure we're practicing in a safe place where we're not going to hurt ourselves, hurt anybody else, or break anything. All right, take your time, practice, have some fun, and we'll see you next time.